Donnie B, GotDaBeats.
Good evening, everybody. It's Donnie B, got the beats. We live on the beat. You already know what time it is. We hear that beat bang, boy.
Yeah.
So tonight's guest is another dope artist, another dope canvas painter, somebody that just totally just takes everything and just puts it on its ear. And I love people like that. Basquiat level. This is what I try to look for when I'm getting people on the show. So you already know first, before we dig into that, I gotta give you that glorious intro. So stand by, check this out. So as I said, Basquiat level. So my homegirl, Bob Sanchez, reaches out to me. She's like, and she's like the dopest PR there is. It's like everybody else doesn't matter, and we just go leave that there. She reaches out. She was like, yo, I got somebody you need to put on the show. He's dope. Anytime she says somebody's dope, I'm like, I already know.
You already know.
I already know. You know what I'm saying? Facts that. So check this brother out, man. And he really is doing this thing, like seriously doing this thing on so many levels. And entrepreneurially, I'm liking to it because his movements are kind of like how I want my movements to be. So I'm like, man, like he kind of beat me to the punch, but this brother's really doing this thing. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and follow this brother, because I'm telling you right now, we lucky to have him. Well, I'm lucky to have him, you know what I'm saying, on the show, but we just gonna get straight to it, man, without fumbling through it too much. But entrepreneur and CEO of Grasshoppers and Tapped In with Grasshoppers podcast, Mr. Zach Powers. What's going on with you, brother?
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. The other day at the shop, I'm at my store right now, one of my stores. So I'm just, man, life's good. Can't complain.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You out of LA, or where are you looking? Where are you now?
Yep, downtown LA.
Downtown LA. That's my guy right there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, like I said, I appreciate you for joining me on the show. I know you're a busy person, so we're gonna try to get straight to the points.
All right, let's get it.
All right. So first question: who is Zach Powers? For those people that don't know, please regale us with the story of who Zach Powers is.
Zach Powers is an entrepreneur, a brand owner, creator. I like the term artist, honestly, because business is my art form. And anybody who pays attention to what I got going on, like with my stores and even myself, just can tell, I'm creative at the business part of it, but I get creative in life too. So, entrepreneur, traveler, health advocate, that's me in a nutshell right there.
That's what it is. Shout out to the homie Reds. Reds, he said he did his homework on you too, and he's DMV born and bred, but he's in the A in Georgia. So shout out to Reds, but he kudos you too, man. Big up. So again, man, you doing your thing, brother. People is watching. You know what I mean, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear about the support. Shout out to your boy. I don't know who he is, but shout out to him, and appreciate the support, man. Everybody else who's supporting, everybody else who's tapping in, seeing what I got going on and seeing what I'm bringing to life. It's cool, man. I'm glad I can motivate people. I'm glad I give people something to tap into and enjoy, even if it's just that, like, sometimes people just need some inspiration, man. You know what I mean? Even at that level, it's like, hell yeah. Glad I could change somebody's day, make it better.
And it's, at the end of the day, that's the best you can do. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's just really about that kind of change and that kind of dedication to it. But you're good at it. Not gonna let that slip. You know what I mean? Like you're dope at it. Like brother, like you know what I mean? So it ain't just like, oh you know, I just want to make people smile. Like you do it amazingly. So that's
Thanks.
you know.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's one thing, you know, I got the business, I got the brands, I got the products, I got the track record, the network, the reputation. But you know, I really do try to, you know, I try to put people on in like an educational sense. I think that there's a lack of guidance out here, not in just my industry, but in business in general. A lot of, especially for the new entrepreneurs. You know, the business education world is very predatory. I think when people see like you know, everybody's trying to sell some kind of package, some kind of like, oh yeah, get rich, or yay, make 6 figures in a week. Like, you know, I think a lot of people are predatory, getting people to buy all these classes and courses and stuff. But, you know, I try to like really I try to just give back, try to teach people what I can, when I can, you know, give people advice or consulting on their brand or their product. Or a lot of people tap in and be like, hey man, you know, quick, like some people come straight into it, be like, bro, you know, quick question. I'm a young entrepreneur. I got this and this and this going on. What do you think is the best way? How can I move forward or move my brand or business forward in this direction? You know, whether it be for like legalization or whether it be for like branding purposes, marketing, you know. So when people tap in, I try to give as much free information as I can, because there's just a lack of guidance, man, and nobody's guiding the younger guys out here. And it's funny because us, you know, I don't know, I'm a veteran in this by now.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of us older guys will be like, you know, we get mad at the younger guys for doing some dumb shit, but nobody's guiding them. So how can you be mad at the unguided? That's really it. You know, nobody's teaching, so you can't keep all the new guys on the same page. You know, keep
That's
everybody
real.
moving in a certain direction.
That's
Together.
real. You know what I respect about that, and I've had this conversation, albeit in a different light, different context, right? But there are no more idols. Not like back in yesteryear, you know, the 50s, 60s, 70s, you know what I mean? Like there's no more idols. People that you know, when these people speak, you know, you listen, you know, and so it's dope of you to walk into that leadership role and take it on, because I think you know that's just been my experience, that people are actually scared of that. You know what I mean? They want everything that comes with it, but they're not willing to put in the work. But the
Yeah.
people who do put in the work,
Mm-hmm.
such as yourself,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like to coin it. Well, I didn't coin it, but I like to say it, like Google them.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
speaks for itself, and you know, so you walk, brother, and that's it, man. You know, so I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. I made a lot of sacrifices with this industry. You know, like there wasn't a map, there wasn't.
Lost you for a sec. You back?
Yeah, so like I said, there's no roadmap to success in my industry. Like this is all new uncharted territory, and I've taken a lot of losses, learned a lot of lessons, and you know what I'm saying, it's I had to really explore the map for a lot of people in a lot of ways. And you know, so I feel like that in my industry especially, there's just like no education, bro, and I really have an opportunity to share that to share that information with people.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's put a
yeah.
pin in that. Let's put a pin in that. We come back because we want to get more information about you. Growing up in, where did you grow up? What was it like for you growing up? How did you overcome any hurdles to become the success that you are today?
Grew up in IE. It's Inland Empire. It's like 40-50 minutes east of downtown Los Angeles. And yeah, it was great. I learned a lot, you know, learned how to hustle over there, you know, started my first endeavor. And you know, some hurdles that I had to overcome was just, you know, going from being a kid to a man. You know, that transition where you go from being taken care of as a child to you know, getting out and starting off on your own and doing your own stuff. And you know, so that was a big one. You know, I was a young kid in living in the IE, and then you know went through my teen years and my early adolescence. So that was one, and you know, I think that's probably, you know, when I got out of high school, I started my first endeavor, and I've been doing business ever since.
I get it. That's dope. Where are the bouts in the IE actually?
Moreno Valley. Shout
Okay.
out to Oval.
Indeed, indeed. My girlfriend has family out there, so definitely familiar with Moreno Valley. Interesting story too. I'm
Sunnymead
sorry, say
Ranch,
again.
Sunnymead Ranch, all that. It's, you know, it's got its good parts.
Yeah, interesting story. When I first actually came to LA, before I actually, so I came to when I first came to LA was for work, and I was out in Riverside. I had to go to Riverside, but my hotel was in IE, in Rancho, as a matter of fact. So it's just like that was my first taste of SoCal, and I was like, wow. And I was like, I would actually move here. This is amazing. You know what I mean? It just was
Yeah.
far away from everything. But and then the second time it came out was for you know, as an artist. But uh, needless to say, with all of the stuff with IE, much can be said about it. But I love it. I think it's quiet. You know what I mean. It's nice. You know what I mean. It's just the feel of it. Now, what was that like for you to leave that to come west to go to downtown LA? I mean, I'm sure for somebody like you, it's probably like a layup. But was that?
Yeah. I mean, it is a big step. You know, things are a little more expensive over here. But really, it took me moving my business down here to get myself down here. So, but living in Cali, going from one part of Cali to another part of Cali is it's not that big significant, but like a change in cost of living. So it's pretty much like lateral movement,
Right.
slightly more or less. But
Right.
coming from out of state, man, I don't know how the out of staters come in and live, man. They must like roommate up or something because California's expensive as shit to live, bro.
Well, I'm that guy, and I definitely couched it for a second. That's the rite of passage, I guess.
It's expensive, man. It's not a joke, dude. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like a lateral movement for me. Got the business down here. I moved down here, and that's cool, man. I found a nice little pocket of LA to be in where I'm comfortable, and I'm doing it like that.
Indeed, indeed, you were definitely doing it. So, about the business, how did you get started as an entrepreneur?
Started as an entrepreneur, you know, right out of high school. You know, I had a job, and then, you know, I started, you know, I was smoking weed with a lot of my high school buddies,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, just I think it's natural. Just you get into it. There's not a ton of opportunity out there in Moreno Valley, so I started selling weed.
Mm-hmm.
I started selling weed, and then that's how I got into, you know, owning a brand, owning a business. That was like step one, just getting into the market.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 And that was actually the next question. What was your first endeavor? So thank you for answering that. Um, Looking
Yeah.
back on it, is there any part of the journey that you would have changed from that moment?
I probably would have changed a couple of things. You know, I made a couple mistakes starting off. I feel like there were mistakes that didn't need to be made. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I still could have, you know, been as great as I have been and made a lot of the good decisions that I have made this far without certain mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Looking back on it, just, you know, just being tighter, being more disciplined and focused. You know, I had some different energies around me, some different influences around me that just didn't have good business sense. You know, so
Let me ask you this: as an accomplished entrepreneur, would you say that you are, well, you probably aren't now, but through your tenure and your growth as an entrepreneur, right? Would you
Yeah.
say that you had a fear of failure, or were you just, you just wanted to get out and try and try and try and build?
No, I've never had a fear of failure. I think, being a kid with ADHD, you just kind of got that hyperactivity.
Right.
And I think just the hyperactivity, the motivation, it's just that drives inside you when you kind of have that hyperactivity. And honestly, that drives inside of you. A lot of people are just born with that drive, like they just go for it. They just go for it and they put their all into it, and really, like, really, really focus on it and make it successful. I think it takes a certain kind of person, and I'm definitely that kind of person. So never had a fear. It never even occurred to me that, I mean, sure, it crosses your mind like, oh, what if? But it never occurred to me that I could fail,
Right.
that I wasn't going to be successful. So,
The reason
and
why, no, go
I'm
ahead.
still on a journey too. Like where I'm at right now, done tons. I have a lot of achievements, but I'm still on a journey too. Like I feel like I'm finally past the warm up stage. But now I'm starting, like, for real. Like I'm in the race now. You know what I mean?
That's understandable. That's understandable, and I get exactly what you mean by that. To put it in context, the reason why I asked that question is because there's kind of a mantra out there, in the floating in the ether. It's like, being an entrepreneur, not necessarily from entrepreneurship, but they kind of lean toward the fact that uh, some people trust or do not trust people that have failed previously. I'm more of the thinker of, I don't trust anybody that's never failed. I just don't. You know what I mean? Because that means that, I mean, either you're a super uber, like, intelligent genius, super saiyan level person, or you haven't experienced anything at all. You know what I mean? And so that's like, what are your thoughts on that? How do you
1,000%, bro. Like I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I think that your losses make you greater because you take those L's, you turn them into lessons, and now your game is just that much tighter. It's not about like, oh, this happened, man. I need to quit. It's just, you become stronger, and that's why generals become generals of armies, because all those patches, all the fucking shit that they have, all the accolades, that's not just because they're cool. It's because, what I'm saying, these guys have done things. They've made achievements. They've taken losses. They've done all sorts of stuff. So they have all these accolades on their jacket, and I think that's a perfect example. Is you got to go through that stuff to be great, to be able to make the good decisions, because there's times where you're faced with decisions that you have to make, and your decision making skills are going to be based off of your experiences. So you're going to have that pressure on you, and depending on what you've been through, that's how you're going to respond.
Indeed. But again, your track record, everything that you put on paper, so to speak, it definitely shows that you move. You move. You have to have a fearlessness. You know what I mean? Like, almost a savageness to you, to keep going through and enduring. And then that's the other part of it too that most people don't understand, is the enduring of all of the stuff that you have to that you're faced with, because the day you quit, you could be quitting the day before your blessing comes, you know. So
Yeah, for sure.
okay, appreciate you. So who and what were your inspirations?
I think as a kid, I didn't really have too many idols or inspirations, but once I still got into, like, entrepreneurship and hustling, music was big. I listened to a lot of music, and the first, like, hustling artist that I ever listened to, when it came to music. And I still listen to him to this day. It's my favorite hip hop artist is Young Jeezy. You ever heard of him?
Of course. For me, bro. Of course. Yeah,
For sure. You know, he's a big inspiration for me because it's just, you know, all his music is about hustling. It makes you want to get some money, makes you want to get up and make shit move. So, Young Jeezy. I'll tell you who some of my inspirations are right now. I have a couple distinct ones. You know, as a store owner, as a cannabis business store owner, retail store owner who's made it, who's done his thing. Inspiration I have right now is Burner. He owns this brand called Cookies. You know, he's an inspiration for me on the retail side because, you know, I come from doing retail. I do wholesale now, but retail is like, I love retail. So fun, such a good environment. It's easy for me and get creative, meet a lot of people, and you know, you can really be out on Front Street with your brand that way, which is what I love. I love the branding. So, you know, Burner's he's an inspiration right now for the retail store side of things. I got somebody else that they've been inspiring the hell out of me and just giving me motivation. Is this guy Desto Dub? He's got this brand called Cough Syrup by Desto Dub, and his main phrase that he puts on all of his clothing is "Awful lot of cough syrup." And you know, he's doing his thing with the clothing brand. You know, something that I've had a clothing brand for a while, and I just released a couple like really unique pieces on the merch. And you know, I've been really inspired by what this guy's doing with his merch brand, his clothing brand, which is his whole store. It's just a clothing brand. So, you know, Desto Dub, he's an inspiration for me right now on the clothing, the merchandise side. I got one more guy that I look to for inspiration on a lot of things when it comes to marketing, cannabis wise, branding, marketing, and just creativeness and ideas and track record and all that. This guy named Cali Plug. He's doing his thing with his brand. It's called Cali Plug, and you know, just his marketing's tight. He's put out a lot. He's got a really nice body of work out there on the internet, just with YouTube and Instagram and you know, a couple other platforms. But he's a big motivation for me on cannabis marketing. So shout out to all those guys, man. They're definitely inspiring me.
Glad you said that. I want to share this. This is one of the things why I was enamored with how you move. Not everybody has an eye, right? Not everybody can do what everybody else do. Not everybody can be Jordan or Kobe. You can work, you can become good, but not everybody's Jordan or Kobe, right? The biggest thing that I take away from you is that your perspective on the things that you do is very, very key. Like it's the production value and everything that you do is chef's kiss. Like it's like, oh, okay, this is exactly where it's supposed to be at. You know what I mean? The shots, the angles in the podcast, the clothing hits a certain kind of way. The marketing of the clothing that you do leans back to everything. It's just like everything is circular, but it all revolves around the brand, and that is truly the effective vehicle for branding and marketing, right? And I think that's the thing that I think that gets lost because there's a lot of people who glean information from a lot of different people, but they don't understand how to put it all together to make it organic. And that it's like you raising your child, and your child's a full-on adult walking around representing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's the thing that I took away from me doing my homework on you and studying and looking at what you're doing. I'm like, yo, okay, he gets it. You know, like I said, even the production value of the podcast. Like again, mass communication. People don't understand mass communication is everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%, man. I mean, whatever kind of content you're putting out there, it's representing you. And, you know, so if guys out there just putting out, you know, BS content, that's how people are going to view whatever it is, whatever the image of whatever it is you're trying to promote. So that's what people are going to see. So Yeah, man. Everything I put out, I try to be qual. I've been at it long enough. That's really what it is. I've been at it long enough to understand the value in the quality.
Just how long have you been at it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh man, with a retail store, I've been at it I've been creating content and marketing, branding my store for about 6 years now.
That's good.
In different levels too, man. Just different. I've done different avenues. I've gotten really creative with some things. I've been really out there with some things, and I've been at it for a long time, and I know it works, and I know how to get it popping, bro. I know how to get it popping. Did not happen overnight, dog. This is a very long time.
Listen, for damn sure, it did. Like you said, you put in the work and the product. If Russell Simmons once said, "If the product itself does not have integrity, it's trash." Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically it. Your product has to have integrity, and everything that you do has integrity, real live. So that's that. What is Grasshoppers? What is that brand? Talk about it.
Grasshoppers is a cannabis brand. It's a dispensary. It's a dispensary brand. There is a storefront right now. It's in downtown LA. We got another store coming on Melrose this December, January. And then depending how well that goes, we have plans to do 2 more back to back here in the SoCal area, within 24 months. So we'll be at a total between 3 and 4 stores. So it's a store. It's a cannabis brand, dispensary store brand. And we also have merch, merch for the store, merch for the brand. We got multiple products that the brand Grasshoppers has created, like snowballs, quickies, pre-rolls, couple other brands. So besides it being just a cannabis brand, it's a store clothing brand, and it's an umbrella for many different products that we've created.
Indeed. How did Tapped In with Grasshoppers podcast come to be?
I figured, again, this market, this industry I'm in, there's just a lack of guidance, lack of communication with people, lack of education, and I think one, since there's a lack of education in the space, I wanted that podcast. I wanted the value to be in people who are interested in the business aspect. I can connect with these guys and let them join the discussion with real cannabis industry people.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis influencers, cannabis business owners, people who have businesses that are ancillary to the industry itself. And then if it's not, because it's sometimes interview based. Each episode is not interview based. Some episodes are interview based, and the rest of the time I wanted to focus on, just joining the discussion.
Right.
What's going on right now. Like I'm about to put together an episode this week where it's, where's the market going? A lot of people are wondering right now, like, where the fuck is the market going? And that's something that I am tapped into. I know where I feel the market. There's a lot like guys in the stock market, they kind of like study charts and shit like that.
Of course.
I mean, I just studied the landscape. I know what's going on. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. So if you guys want to be tapped in with Grasshopper, you come on my podcast and you can listen and join me discussing what's going on in the market and interviewing real industry people.
Yeah, it's a great production. Check it out. It's on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Make sure we're gonna get y'all those links. Make sure you tune in, tap in, right?
Yeah, bro, get it.
So what's next? What's next for you, Zach Powers? What's next for Grasshoppers? Like what's your next projects? What are your aspirations? Whole nine.
Yeah, so for me, Zach Powers, I'm definitely focusing on this retail brand that I have. It's a cannabis brand, really. but the next endeavor is going to be the retail. Got Melrose coming up. So that's really what's next. I got a couple trips I want to take before the end of the year. Just, as a traveler, there's a couple trips I want to go on. I think, I'm looking at some different places, man. I'm really stuck on South America right now, to be honest with you. But, my buddy's trying to get me to go over to Asia, and we might just do that. We might just do that here in November. But if not, probably make a trip back to South America, bounce around a couple spots. But yeah, just the retail portion, and then I'm trying to cultivate this merch brand. I just dropped a couple hats a couple days ago, some custom hats that I made for the Pounds brand. It's Pounds by Grasshopper, and yeah, just really custom pieces. Limited pieces. Hats are $100, but they're all unique. There's no two hats that are the same. And I think a lot of people think I'm tripping with that pricing, but I've already sold almost 24 hats within a week. So at full price. And, so that just lets me know that it's going to work. We got this.
As you say, you're locked in. That's awesome. That's awesome. I get it. I truly do. And I wish you well. I need to get. I'm trying to copy some Grasshoppers so I can rock it on the beat, real live. So I'll be in communication with you for sure.
Shoot the Addy, and I'll get it up in there for you.
My man. That's what I love. and it's funny that you said that too, because I'm traveling in December too. I'm taking the missus. We're going to Costa Rica. I wanted a trip. I was on Wheel of Fortune and wanted a trip to Costa Rica. So we're gonna go in December. So definitely.
You were Wheel of Fortune and you won a trip to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I'm blown away right now, dude. You know how many times I watched Wheel of Fortune growing up with my grandma?
Same for me. It was on my bucket list. I was like, I gotta get on the show, and I got on the show, and I won. And
stay as long as you can there, man. I'll definitely hook you up with some tips on where to go, because I know Costa Rica like the back of my hand.
Now I'm going to glean information from you for that. So I'm telling you right now, I absolutely will be reaching out.
I know all the spots, dog. So just tap in. I know all the good spots, like just for perfect beaches and perfect sunsets and just good spots to eat all over the country. Got you,
my guy. I'm gonna get you locked in ASAP. So listen, we got some footage of you out on the beat in LA with your YouTube podcast, and you were. I'm not going to even share with the content. People just got to watch what it's about. But what was your thought process when you did the segment that we discussed?
Man, Melrose is a really interesting place for people who've never been. Melrose is a strip of shops in LA. It's like Beverly Hills, Hollywood area. There's a lot of retail stores. It's all retail stores. It's some famous spots out there that a lot of people know about are Cookies. It's a dispensary. There's Cool Kicks and Shoe Palace. A lot of like limited shoes. You also got just different brands. Different brands are out there. They have stores. Also, you got like Supreme, Babe. You got a bunch of those guys are over there too, and it's kind of trendy. So you see a lot of higher prices. If you're going down there, a lot of people go down there for shopping because there's a lot of cool styles down there, a lot of new stuff that's coming up. So, I wanted to go advertise for the store, and I went down there to advertise and started talking to people. And then I was like, man, we should get this on video and do a YouTube segment where, because the people we're talking to, they're all consumers, everybody smokes weed. So it's just kind of funny to like ask people questions and see what they say, get it on film and make a good cut of it. So like one of the topics is, tell us about a time where you got way too high and what happened. And then you just start hearing people spill all the beans, and it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Awesome. Well, listen, let's get into it. We're going to share it, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So Here goes Zach Powers out in Melrose. Check this out.
What's up, everybody? I'm Grasshopper, and we're here down on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, California. Today, we're gonna ask people to tell us about a time where they got way too high and what happened. Tell us about a time where you got way too high. Oh shit.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Like, my tolerance is real high, so like, I just be thugging it up. Like, bro, do I be trying? I don't wanna get in trouble,
Oh shit, you let out too many details. We don't wanna get indicted. Edible, what were you smoking?
Edibles, I slept for a whole damn day.
Whole day.
Whole fucking day.
Yeah, those edibles be no joke.
Yeah.
Especially you take more in with your doses.
Man, I ain't like the edibles and shit, man. It put me down for like 3 days, honestly, energy-wise.
Yo! So this lady hit us, right? We had like, we had Elsa's in the car, all this dumb shit. And so I opened the door and she's talking about, yo, and it smelled like all that weed in there, I'm about to call the cops. I said, yo, what you doing? And so she tried to open the door, we straight pulled off on her.
Tried to open the door?
Yeah, she was like, I'm not leaving until I get your information. I said, girl, bye. Me too private
Girl,
shit.
bye. I was just like going back and forth, like swinging, and I was like I wanted to throw up so bad. Like, throw up? Yeah, it was bad. I was like dizzy as fuck. Was it an edible? Were you smoking? No, it was like a gravity ball. Gravity ball? Yeah, just some high school. God, dude.
One time, I ate this cookie, this edible. It was green. That shit was straight green.
Green.
And he told me only eat half, but I didn't listen because I ate half and it didn't work.
Uh-oh.
And then I was already faded as fuck, and I snuck out of the house to go smoke more. And I came back, and my stomach was just hurting, and I fucking threw that shit up all over.
Oh no, green everywhere. Oh my god.
Green everywhere. It was the worst high. I hate edibles. That's why
That was
I
off the edible.
weed. Yeah.
The first time I ever got high, my friend made edibles, like brownies. She said that they were the equivalent of like 8 joints each. So I was only supposed to eat like, I ate maybe half of the thing. I was running around the parking lot.
Oh my God.
I was going everywhere. And I was high for like 3 days. It was really
3
bad.
days?
Yeah.
Oh
like I couldn't shake it. I just like slept all day long. I was like, I can't do this.
I was in school smoking off a cart, right? And it was before a field trip. And I was like, I'm gonna get faded before the field trip, right? And I hit that shit way too many times. I took dummy blinkers off that shit. And I got dummy faded. I started tripping out. I was like, oh shit, the world don't even feel real. Like, I was faded. I was tripping. Like,
Damn, was it just weed in there?
yeah, it was just weed. I started sweating, all that shit. I was tripping. I was like, fuck that. I had to drink dummy water. I was like, fuck that shit. I even had to pour water on my head. I was like, fuck that.
My first long rib.
First long rib?
Yeah, I didn't know
How old were you?
Probably like 15. And I didn't know how to hit it, so I accidentally just cleared the whole thing, like the cherry, whatever they call it. And I was high as hell. I took a shower and everything, tried to wipe off the high, and it didn't work.
We tried to shower the high off, dude.
And I was so high that I threw up, and like my head, dude, I was seeing stars. And I was fucking mad.
I remember one time I had to go walk the dog, and I go outside, and my mom's asking me what I'm doing outside. And I told her I was gonna walk the dog, and she's like, well, the dog's right here next to me. And I had the leash and everything downstairs. I'm like, oh, we'll send him down then.
What was that? Were you smoking or was that edible?
That was a straight up fat ass blunt. And I put some room rocks in it too, so I got extra crossfaded on that shit.
Hell yeah, for sure.
She got me fucked up. I forgot what I was doing.
My homie made weed tea, and I woke up like a day and a half later in a cold sweat. That shit really paid
Oh
off.
my god, do you remember how you got there?
No, I don't really remember much. Like we put like a quarter pound of fucking Reggie and like some shit and fucking made tea out of it. It was good.
Damn.
I'll never do nothing like that again.
Damn. Talk about a time where you got way too high, and what happened?
A time I got way too high. Matter of fact, I left from here. I was way too motherfucking high. And I was falling asleep while I was driving. And I ran in the back into somebody's car. About time you got too high, Donnie. I threw it like 10 times.
What'd you eat before you threw up? Some spaghetti. Also, it was all red and noodles and shit. God damn, what were you doing? Were you smoking? Were you on edible or what?
I don't like edibles. That shit don't do nothing to me. I was smoking.
Oh, you're capping, bro. Edibles don't do nothing to you? Oh, shit. We gotta give him some grasshopper edibles, dog. Shit. Did we bring any? Tell us about a time where you got way too high and what happened.
One time.
Go? Yeah!
Damn, Grasshoppers. Alright, so like the first time I really smoked real moon rock. Like it sounds
Real moon rock, not that fake moon
yeah,
rock.
not the fake moon rock, the real one. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I really like low-key felt like I shitted on myself, bro.
I was in my house and my mom is a stoner, but she doesn't know I am. And I lit a candle so you couldn't smell it in my room. And she was coming downstairs, so I blew out the candle because it seemed suspicious for some reason.
When I went home and you feel me, I held it down and shit. Like I was straight, like I was dry, like I was just on some geek shit, bro, for real.
And I was like, okay, she's gone, so I'm gonna relight it. I have to tip it to relight it, and I spilled it all over my vanity.
Oh my god.
It's like really nice stained wood, and now it's fucked up.
Every day. And shit just keep happening, dog. Every day.
Yesterday, actually, I just smoked, and I felt like I was floating like the entire time.
I was in Oregon, and the weed out there is different.
Really?
So yeah, I ate a cookie, and you know how you eat like half, and you be like, this ain't shit. And then you eat the other half, you know, and then you realize at some point like you fucked up.
Is it a joint or a bong?
It was actually a grab.
Gravity bong. Damn, dog, on your first one, it was a gravity bong?
I probably pulled like 10 grabs, and I didn't know any better.
10 in a row on your first time?
Maybe, I think it was 9, but people say they don't get high their first time. I got too high my first time.
I smoked dabs on Saturday night. Woke up Sunday morning in an alley, behind a dumpster, no shirt. That's how I got there.
Oh my god.
You know, you start praying. You're like, okay, I ain't never gonna do this again, okay?
God, just get me through this. I swear I won't do this again.
Yo, this is. I'm sorry. I was still laughing. I was laughing.
Great. Hey, that dude that said that he thought he shit on himself, but he got home and he was dry. Oh, dude.
Hey.
When we filmed that one, dude, we were all like, "What the fuck is this fool really saying right now?"
Yeah, the jargon the dude said was like, "Yeah, I got dummy faded or whatever." I was like, "Oh yeah, that I'm straight. We grabbing that one for sure." But listen, I might as well get in on this. I'm gonna tell you the time when I got both high, man. All right, well, okay. So the time when I got most high when I was in college. Check that out. And it was also the first time I got high. And literally, it's the dumbest shit in the world, but it's I'm no cap, bro. Like I was sitting I was at my boy Jamie's house, and we used to just like go kick it at his house, smoking, and like we bonged it out, bro. My first time, and I bonged it, and then like literally sitting on this couch. And this was around the time when Eminem first came out. I swear on everything. And I'm a huge like Willy Wonka fan, and you know the first one, not the Johnny Depp one, but the first one. Mm-hmm. There was a little thing that ran through his living room and had blonde hair like Eminem, and I freaked the fuck out, bro. I like literally freaked the fuck out. I was like, bro, y'all don't like. I was like, y'all don't see this shit. Like I lost my shit, and it's embarrassing. But that's why I figured I'd get in on that.
So what was it?
What was what? What did I smoke?
That ran across the living room.
It was a fucking dude, like a little guy. Because you got to be politically correct with these things. It was a little guy that ran through. It was a full on guy, but he was petite though. Like he was like small. Like he was you know. But I'm trying to be politically correct. But at the end of the day, it was a little guy that ran around. He looked like Eminem, the Slim Shady video. With the white tee, with the blonde hair. It was epic.
This was at your boy's house.
Yeah, it was at my boy's house. And it was like, it's crazy because I was like literally sitting there on this cat, like, and I was on the right side. No, I was on the left side. I was on the left side. And
this dude?
You said what?
Did anybody know this dude? Did anybody else see this dude? Or
No, but that's why I was like, okay, what did y'all do? Because it's like it can't be. I was like, it can't be just me. Like y'all don't see these dudes because like I literally was like I was on the and this is Hampton University. Sorry, I put it out there, but whatever. Hampton University. I was chilling, and it was like sit down, and I was just like, the fuck, like y'all see that? And it was like he just like shot this way, and I was like, okay, I'm tripping, watching TV. Nothing came back this way, but then I seen the same dude like kind of peek his head out, like from behind the, like the armrest at the corner of my eye, and was just like kind of looking like, and I was like, bro, like y'all don't see this shit, and then people thought I was Fugazi, bro, like, and that was it.
You were high as hell.
I was entirely too high, but again, it was my first time. It was my first time, and this is very consistent because this is what I saw, and I'm not making this up. That's the only time I was at that blazed real live. Now, the second time I did do edibles, that was many years later, probably like 4 years ago, and was out here close to where I live at, and was visiting a friend, and she was like, "Hey, take these edibles." Cool. Ate the edibles. I didn't eat. All I had was like beer. I wasn't even really thinking about it. I'm like, it's edibles, like whatever. Took a nosedive straight. She said I was talking to her, and it wasn't like a romantic interest or nothing like that. It was just a homegirl. Like she came in.
Yeah.
She said I was talking to her. Next thing you know, she was like, "You was just like lean forward," and I bust my head open, fell over. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's super. Dude, some strong ones out there.
Yeah.
Shout out. Boy, Eron and Refuse edibles. He's got the strongest edibles in the game right now.
Really?
For sure. I would not fuck around if you're not if you don't do edibles.
Well, point me in that direction because I'm gonna lie, that was years ago. All right. See, Rez is there. First time, the highest ever. He slept in the woods for 7 hours. Woke up with mosquito bites everywhere. He was about 15. Wow. Okay, damn. That's the story. See, everybody's in on this. This is great content that you're sharing with everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody should be able to get on this.
Hell yeah, it should.
All right, so we will keep this thing rolling. Check this out. So we have what I call hot topics. This is my favorite portion of the show. Let's get to the hot topics really quick so we can get you going because I know you're a very busy person. So check this out.
Let's get it.
Hot topics. Hot topics are random questions designed for the viewers to get to know who you are through these random questions. I'm gonna fire these things off, answer them as quickly as you can. It's no rush, no meter, but just want to try to get the most honest answer out of you with these things.
All right, we'll do it.
Right. 3 things you didn't know. This is a very basic question for hot topics. Everybody asks this one for everybody. What is 3 things that the world does not know about Zach Powers, or 3 things that you want to clarify to the world that people just keep getting wrong and they need to put respect on your name about?
That my prices are too high. That's one thing. A lot of people say my prices are too high, but it's not my prices are too high. It's just, people are not in this market. There's a whole other layer. There's a whole other couple of levels that, I think majority of people who even consume cannabis haven't even seen. They haven't even touched. They haven't even imagined it. And, I fuck around in this higher level. I fuck around these exclusive picks, like these guys on Melrose with the shoes and stuff, the limited drops. That's how I'm with the weed. So, that my prices are too high. If you can't afford it, just say that.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah. So, something else people don't know about me is I speak Spanish.
Okay. All right, that's dope.
And I'm nice with it. Like, someone test me, dog. You can shoot me a message in the DM, and we'll get into it.
Okay. Okay.
And then last, one other thing people don't know about me is shit. Yeah. That I'm from IE. A lot of people don't know that I am from the IE. I didn't grow up in LA, but I did grow up in SoCal. So.
Okay. That's fair. That's understandable. All right. Next question.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no war for that. Now, they ain't got no war for that. It's what's the most ludicrous thing, most preposterous thing that you've caught in social media, current events, and so forth and so on that you want to speak about and say, you know what, it's just asking whatever this is.
Shit, bro. People doing saying that they do stuff and making it look like they do stuff that they don't do. Like 99% of people are making it look like they're doing this or that, but people ain't. They're just not really doing shit. You know. So I don't know what the word for it is. Probably capping. You know, people are capping, but you know, that's the most ludicrous I'm seeing now because I'm really out here doing shit. Like I'm really putting the pieces together, and you know, I see a lot of things out there where I'm like. Doesn't even make sense, man. I'm out here grinding. I'm working my ass off. I'm meeting people. Shit is not easy, bro. Right. It's not easy. It is not easy to build a successful brand, and people are out here making it look like you know they're doing this good without doing any work. Like I'm out here. Like I'm in the market. I see what's going on. I see who's doing what, and you know a lot of people are not doing what they say they're doing. So not gonna name any names.
Hey man, but you just spoke on 2021 for me, so I feel you on that 1,000% for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I dig that one. That's my favorite one of all time so far.
For sure.
Netflix, what? What's on your visual playlist, man? What's caught your eye? Like it could be a television show. It doesn't even have to be on Netflix. Netflix could be Hulu. It could be Disney.
Honestly, what I'm about to kick on. Was that new BMF series that 50 Cent's got kicking off? I'm about to tap into that. Okay. You know, I'm a big crime thriller fan.
Okay.
Big crime thriller fan, and something I just watched a couple nights ago. I'm into oldies. You know, stuff from the 50s, stuff from the 40s. You know, I fuck with Clark Gable.
Nice.
You know, Paul Newman. But I did just watch a Clark Gable movie like 2 nights ago. It's called The Wife versus the Secretary. Pretty good what was it called, movie about where he's in love with his wife, but it looks like he likes his secretary too, but he doesn't. And then the whole movie's like, you know, his wife having all these, you know, oh my god, they're together, but he's like proving it to her that no, it's not even like that, which it's really not, you know. So good movie. So that BMF, you know, the Clark Gable, and then you know, just one of these little shows I've been following lately when I got time is that American Horror Story. It's pretty cool little TV series too. Just something fictional, fun to watch.
Okay, cool. Have you checked out? Since you mentioned BMF, have you checked out Raising Kanan?
Yeah, I watched the first probably like 5 episodes, and it's cool. It's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I was a big Power fan, you know, so. Raising Kanan's right. I'm excited to see what they do with this BMF though.
Yeah, I'm a Power fan, not book 2. They can miss
not book 2. Yeah. It's all right, man. It's, you know, you win some, lose some.
Exactly. But what he's setting up is dope. For
sure.
My playlist popper. What's in your audio playlist? What are you currently listening to that you want to, you know, talk about and share with the world that you're listening to and that you vibe to it?
You know, I've been getting into some LA stuff more often. You know, stuff that I, you know, would say that I grew up on when it comes to hip hop and stuff would be like Young Jeezy, G Unit. You know, I've been listening to some Lloyd Banks lately, and stuff that I'm listening to right now. It's I've been getting into LA music a little more, and somebody that I've been playing on repeat a lot lately is 03 Greedo. Pretty good artist. Yeah, pretty good artist. 03 Greedo. He's got a lot of music, a lot of good music. And then been listening to a little bit of Tory Lanez, a little bit of Rod Wave. You know, just kind of trying to, you know, get into more good music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as a parlay to this question, because usually I don't ask this question, I just let it be. But I got to ask because it's been the power play for the for the last couple of weeks. Donda versus Certified Lover Boy. Have you caught both of them? What's your thoughts and what's your takes on that?
Shit, no, I haven't listened to either of them. I've been meaning to. I like Kanye West. I've been meaning to, but I haven't listened to Donda, and I have not listened to Certified Lover Boy.
Understood. Not even upset with that. My take on it is that they're both good, but they are who you expect. They are who you think they are. You know what I mean? And I've said it time and time again, and I'll say that one more time: is that to me, in my mind's eye, the Donda album is for people that like to cook with the oven, and Certified Lover Boy is for people that like to cook with the microwave.
All right. Okay. I gotta listen to them so I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I don't want to dampen it for you. I'd be interested when you do listen to it. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. Seriously.
All right. I'll definitely let you know.
Cool. All right. So again, you made it through Hot Topics. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing on time? You got extra 5 minutes to spare?
Yeah, run it.
Cool. There's a new segment that I started running. This is probably the 4th or 5th iteration of it. It's called Game On. I don't even have a splash screen for it. But basically, it's just a real quick test your knowledge base type of question. Scenario. Want to run it by you, see what you think.
Okay.
All right. Hang on a second.
Let's get it, man. I'm up for a challenge.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. This is don't be, be a do be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right, here we go. Check this out. We're gonna get to it. Question 1. What is the name of the largest ocean on Earth? The Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, or the Indian Ocean?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Pacific.
Hey, okay. And you landed correctly. No surprises there.
Yes. Woo. That's right,
Next
baby.
question. Question 2. Which country invented ice cream? A, France, B, Germany, C, Russia, or D, China?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say, what was the first option?
France, Germany, Russia, China.
I'm gonna go Germany. Let's go.
Well, you said B, Germany. I put France. Unfortunately, it is D, China.
China?
Never knew.
Didn't know that either.
Question 3. What is the rarest M&M color? A, yellow, B, red, C, brown, or D, green?
The rarest?
Which one?
I'm gonna have to go green.
Green.
Actually, brown. Fuck that, brown.
Brown. Okay. And you are correct. Okay.
Right, baby, you got this.
Last question. What is the loudest animal on Earth? A, elephant, B, sperm whale, C, lion, D, grizzly bear.
I'm gonna have to go the whale. Whale for me.
And you are correct.
Oh, baby, you already know.
So you landed 3 out of the 4 questions.
That ice cream shit with China. I don't know, man. We have to look that up.
Yeah, it is actually China. But the fact that you 3 out of 4, impressive, brother. So thank you for taking a spin on game on.
Trivia. For sure, dog.
Okay. So we're gonna get into the current events really quickly. We're gonna try to trying to move through these things. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the state of the political union in America? Considering all of the stuff that's going on, considering the last administration that we had in office, and all of the stuff that went, surrounded that. What are your thoughts on the current state of the political union in America?
Honestly, man, I'm not even too political. I don't vote. I don't really get involved too much. I don't watch the news. I just kind of focus on, what I got in front of me and, just roll with it. So no, not too political.
Good answer. I get it. No worries. What's your thoughts on today's entrepreneurial landscape? Considering everybody's an entrepreneur, everybody has a record label, everybody has some sort of brand, everybody's a film director, and a whole nine. But as you said earlier, a lot of people is everything on social media, but where's the work?
I think the entrepreneurial landscape, I think you do got a lot of brands, a lot of self-employed. I think we're in an age where nobody wants to have a 9-to-5 anymore. I think everybody wants to have their own brand. They want to have their own, company, things like that. I think it's cool. I think the next level is, people need to step their marketing efforts up more, really focusing on the brand and touching audiences in different ways and learning different ways to engage. So I think that's what's next. But I think it's great. A lot of people want to be independent. They want to have something, the brand. They want to have a brand. I think that's the way to go when it comes to business. Even if you just sell tacos, I think, having a brand is very, very important. You want people to fuck with your brand, and not just because you want people to come to your store, not just because it's local. I had a retail store in East LA, and people were coming to me from San Bernardino, fucking Orange County, LA. I had people coming from all over because the store, the brand, was unique. We had such cool stuff going on there that people were fucking with the brand. So I think it's awesome, and I'd love to see more of it.
Love it. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency?
I think there's a lot of money to be made, and it's not a market I understand or follow. So, I'm one of the people that's not making money in it. I'm not really in it. I'm not really into gambling. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people saying, "Bro, it's not a gamble," but I'm real busy. I just don't have the time to sit down and learn the charts and learn what's going on in the market. I could get some money in there, throw the dice, but it's not what I'm about, man. I like to be able to. I know my market. I know what I'm into right now, and it keeps my hands full.
That part, and you put it in a very elegant way. I love it.
Thanks.
All right, last 2 questions, then we can get you out of here, brother. Sorry, we're a little bit over time, but definitely want to get you, get to these things. And do you have any advice for aspiring talent, young entrepreneurs, young people that really see what you're doing and they're like, "Yo, I love it." Like, I don't know how to get connected dots from what I'm doing to what you're doing.
For sure. I got 2 pieces of advice. First thing I would advise young entrepreneurs, aspiring talent, do whatever it takes. That needs to be the first thing that you need to do is you need to change your mind. You got to get out of that, entitled, I won't do that, the selfish mentality. They got to get out of that and be willing to do whatever it takes. So that's my first piece of advice. Second piece of advice, invest as much as you can, as early as you can, to education in what it is that you're trying to do. I would certainly encourage people to purchase courses, you know, pay for information to be able to advance yourself, advance your brand, make more money, whatever it is. This whole thing that I created here, these Grasshoppers, started off with me taking a class in Pasadena. There's this lady named Liz McDuffie. She showed me how to. It was a class that I paid for. It was like $120. So I got four-hour session. I think it was actually 2 4-hour sessions, and I paid $120 per class. But the class was how to open, operate, and maintain a dispensary. And
nice.
Yep, I took that information. She also gave out some contacts with the information with the class, and I opened up my network and got into it. I mean, and 6 months later, I had the doors open on my first store.
Love it. That's a success story if I ever heard of.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen, I like I said, it's been a blast and a pleasure to have you. I got one last question for you, and it's not even really a question.
Okay.
How can people learn more about you? I've been shooting links out, but links, social media, websites, no matter what, shout outs, anybody that you want to, big up, just feel free. Market right here.
Let me just say straight up, I'm done with Snapchat. I'm not doing Snapchat anymore. So I don't have a Snapchat account. So everybody who's wondering about my Snap is gone. So you can find me on Instagram. I am Zach Powers. That's me. That's my account. And then I have a couple of the brands Instagrams. You got Grasshoppers, which is Grasshoppers Los Angeles on Instagram. You got Snowballs LA on Instagram. You got Quickies Pre-Rolls on Instagram. So we got those on IG. You also can search me on YouTube, Zach Powers, ZACH Powers, P as in Paul. You can go out there, check out my content on there. I have the Tapped In with Grasshopper podcast. I got a bunch of skits, little interviews on Melrose. And then, we'll be putting out some music here pretty soon, I'm sure. You can find me on Twitter. I'm not super active on there, but just look out for me on YouTube and on Instagram.
And there it is. So listen, all of this stuff, this is a very, very good interview. You shared a lot of wisdom, a lot of nuggets. And like I said, your work precedes you. Like everything that you put in the universe is already in front of you, brother. Like it's dope. Everything that you're doing, it's working. And like you need, I'm in the business of giving flowers. My business partner, my homie, we in the process, the business of giving flowers. So 2 from the West. If you want, check that out as well. But that's my whole thing. That's not about kiss ass. It's about seriously. If you moving and shaking, you get your flowers, brother, and you were definitely moving and shaking. So I appreciate you for putting good energy into the universe. I appreciate you for giving wisdom back to the people that if they want to do their homework, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, can't say that everybody can achieve everything they want. I'm not about to put that out there, but anything great is definitely going to take from. Is definitely going to come from, taking time, putting in the work to get it done.
Exactly. I agree. Now, by the way, I'm gonna be asking for the address because I want to come through. I want to patronize, obviously, and I might, if you're cool with that, in the store, do like a live joint.
Hell yeah, bro. Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, but I definitely am on board now with Grasshoppers. It's on my radar, and I'm definitely do what I can to support and like and subscribe. If you have any promo or whatever that you want to share, that I could just kind of repost or put up, or let people know some math is coming, then let me know. And
yeah, we got a show tomorrow, Fiesta de Taco. We got a booth there, but I think one thing people can really look forward to is this. The show on the 2nd of October we're doing. It's called Cali Hip Hop Fest. We got a booth there, and I'll be doing a couple songs. And then, we'll be just giving out product, giving out merch. So October 2nd, it's in Adelanto. It's called the Cali Hip Hop Fest. And there's going to be a ton of artists, and it's going to be a dope-ass show.
Right. Keep me posted, man. I try to patronize as much as I can, for sure. Absolutely.
For sure.
Do you have any last words? Anything else that you want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, you already know it's Grasshoppers, Zach Powers. I'm doing my shit. You want to learn how to do your shit? Tap in. Let's get it going, man. I'm trying to work with as many people as I can. I want to work with enlightened beings. I want to work with people who got their brand, who got their business, whether they're trying to just get it off the ground or whether they already got some shit rolling. Just tap in and let's get it.
My man. Easy said, easy peasy, man. Listen, love, appreciate everything that you got going on. I love your personality, love what you're doing. Feel free, if I can be a resource or be some sort of way that I can help you, I'd be more than happy to. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and patronize Zach Powers and Grasshoppers LA and all of his many endeavors underwards. It is what it is. Stay tuned. Because it's definitely going to be a lot more work coming, but the music stuff for sure. Donnie B got the beats. I really literally do have the beats for real.
Bro, you got beats?
Man, listen, I'll put you on my other page and you let.
Come on, dog. Hey, tell me you got some shoddy red beats tucked away in there somewhere.
Donnie B got the beats. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's get it, man. Get it. Send me a beat pack, dude. Let me hear.
My man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, I'm from the East Coast, man. I'm from, like the tri-state all the way down, like that, so we can be in touch. I can help. I'm sure I can. You know what I mean?
Cool.
But nonetheless, like I said, I'm Donnie B got the beats. We live on the beat. My brother here, Zach Powers, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Zach Powers and Grasshoppers, Los Angeles. Make sure you like, subscribe to beat. This Sunday, we got the legendary, the God, MC Shan on, and he's going to be talking about, this is a part of a legacy piece that I'm working on, the history of hip hop. And make sure you like and subscribe and follow that. It's going to be 12 p.m. Pacific time. But in the interim and beyond that, make sure you like and subscribe what this brother doing, man. Don't lose sight of this, man. Next thing y'all going to be seeing him, and you'll be like, man, I heard of him before. Follow him. Get on the train while the train leaving the station. Facts. But without further ado, I'm Donnie B. Got the beats. We live on the beat, and we out. Peace.
Gone.
Donnie B.